Okie dokie. Something cool happened in the last day. Actually, multiple cool things have happened in the last day. This is going to be a video about a couple of things. PDF inside of Tabletop Simulator, music support inside of Tabletop Simulator, and some other cool stuff that I'm going to quickly show you that has been top-notch on my mind. So I am a patron of Paperforge Minis. I'm going to drop this over here. We're going to click on this and go to Paperforge Minis. Paperforge Minis, right there. You can see that the Harpy stuff has come up. They've just released cut files that puts them basically on par with printable heroes. Their cut files are top notch. They got the little tabs, or you can put them on. See if I can zoom in on this bad boy. I think I can. So you can put them on these little round ones, but I don't like this idea because then they won't lay flat inside your binder or something like that. And that's sort of one of the perks of having paper minis is that they lay flat. So, but they do offer a second kind of a cut file. I'll pop mine up and show you what I'm talking about here. So under the giant wasp, if we go back to the cut files, I'll smash out the giant the studio thing here. And you can see what the cut file entails when it pops up. But it's actually pretty freaking straightforward, but very cool at the same time. So I'm going to drop this over here so you guys get an idea of it. And this is what you get, and this is the program that I use. It's called Silhouette Studio. I've got a silhouette portrait. You can find the portrait on Amazon for about $150 brand new, 100 used. But these are the cut files that I'm talking about, which are pretty slick. So you got the tabbed kind here. And you'll notice that there's 4 or 5 different minis, which is pretty sweet. I don't really want to keep them stuck on the screen too long. I'll make them small and kind of useless. And then these are the kind that give you the round tabs at the bottom. So you can go this route, or you can go with these kind, which are the kinds that I prefer. These little tabbed deals slide into my Litco little 1-inch plastic bases. But these cut files came with an extra feature that I think is freaking fantastic. I'm going to close this down. Do you want to save changes? No, I don't. And here is what is super cool about these things. So what do we got for cut files? This is my cut files folder. We've got from 64, Were-Tiger, Zombies, Necromancers, etc., etc., etc. The artwork is freaking fabulous. I'll show you the artwork inside of GIMP. And I'm going to actually quickly show you guys how to sort of rip this off so that you can do your own things, because I was working through this and I was just like, wow, this is freaking sweet. So if I go to my Gimpster, this is how cool this actually is. Here is the giant wasp. No, this is the swarm master. Now I think I have exported the swarm master. I'm not 100% sure. No, I did not. So I actually haven't done a couple of them. Here's the Herculean. Very, very cool looking artwork. I got to show you a bunch of stuff today and try and get it done as fast as possible. So if we go to export this, I won't actually export it. What I'm going to do is turn this down. 92 giant wasp. Okay. Excited. I'm excited. $4 for the cut files, $150 for the printer. Unlimited minis through Printable Heroes and through Paperforge, which is pretty sweet. So I've got up to 92, the giant wasp. So we're going to do this thing called the Sky Scout 93. Now here's the cut file for it, but that's if I wanted to make an actual physical paper miniature. But what I want to do, and a side perk of actually having these, is Tabletop Simulator virtual minis. So these minis have all been cut out already, which is pretty cool. So here's Sky Scout 1 front and back. What I'm going to do, and what I used to have to do, if I go back to, if I get out of Paperforge Minis, what I used to have to do under the Sky Scout, let's check out 93 Sky Scout, was go to the PNG file. And you'll notice that the PNG file, when I sort of bring it up, has all of this outline all the way around it. I would used to have to cut all that away and just and throw it in GIMP and fart around with it and stuff like that. But Now that the cut files have come out, they're making my life even easier, which is freaking fantastic. We go up to the cut files, and we go to the Sky Scout. And under the Sky Scout, they've already cut it away because he used this artwork in the studio cut files, which is fantastic. So if I drag these into my GIMP, here's my Sky Scout. I'm just going to drag it directly in. Shift T. This program, GIMP, you can get for free. I like the free stuffs. And the template that I'm using is available for free. I'll put a link in the video so that you can get access to this template. But all you got to do is remember two numbers, 490 or 690. It's either 490 pixels wide or 690 pixels tall. So this is a very tall one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just change this to 690, and that puts the width at 466, which is under 490. So just by changing the width, I can then move this and fit it right into this slot here. And zoom out, and then we're going to bring in the back. Shift T is what I use to resize it. Put this back to 690. Smash the scale button. And move this over in right in there. So right click, merge those together, and then rename this 93 Sky Scout. And then I like to keep it in order, so we're just going to pop it up there. And now that that's done, then we're going to hit export. We're going to call this 93 Sky Scout 1.png. And the reason I'm calling it 1 is because there's actually multiple colored variations. So you can have more than one quite simply just by adding them in. So Sky Scout 1 PNG. I'm going to export that to my folder, and then under my folder on the right hand side here, if I go back to my right monitor, I keep all of my stuff under Tabletop Simulator, Minis, and then here's my Paperforge guy. So I've got all of these ones done. Now, from that folder, I want to go to my Imgur, which is where I store my stuff. And I think here's my Paperforge minis. Double click on this folder. Come on, sucker. Here we go. And here's all the minis that I have. We'll scroll down to the bottom. And the last one is the clockwork guy. Boy, I think I'm missing some of them. Where's the clockwork? Okay, so the clockwork has the crazy doctor, has the bombs. All right, looks good. I haven't put anything in here in a while. So we're going to put in 83 Cleric, 84 Half-Orc, 85 Hydra, and 86 Undead Knight. So I've added the Cleric. She should actually be under, here's the Hydra and the Undead Knight. Now that these things are added, inside of Tabletop Simulator, I can go to my objects, and I have saved objects, and in here I have what I'm using now is a plain mini. I have minis, so let's show you a couple of different ones. If I go plain mini, we drop that on the table, and I go to that mini, and I think I have an ICRPG mini that I can use too. Okay, zooming in. This is my Savage Worlds mini. You got your name, you got your toughness, your parry, and then you can put in your like wounds and stuff like that. And through ICRPG, it's just basically a hit point attrition system. You get the gist of it. But here's the thing that I've been doing now is because you can still use this, but I prefer just using plain minis, and I'll show you why. So what you need to do is smash the right monitor, and I want to get this guy in game. So I've done this guy, and I'm going to go copy the image address, And then I'm going to go back to my Tabletop Simulator, right click and hit custom, and under image, Control V. Import, bada bing, bada boom. There's my Undead Mini. The cool part about it is that because it's a clear base and doesn't have anything on it, it doesn't matter what you put it on. So if I have grass here or sand or dirt or whatever the floor is, unlike this miniature will always be standing on some kind of like rocky dungeon. So I kind of have switched my miniature stuff over just to sort of plain minis. Let's go to, what is this? My pyramid. Build my pyramid. Right? I got my defenders. Notice my defenders are standing on grass because I haven't switched these ones out. So you take your plain mini guy, which is your Death Knight, and you drop him on here, and it doesn't matter where he stands. Death Knight is see-through base. So it just looks like him standing there. Now, if I'm, like I said, if I'm on grass or whatever, or he happens to go inside and he's standing on the floor in here, he's probably going to fall over because he's too big. But it doesn't matter. He always matches the floor. If you don't want to go that route, you could also just, or use these things. These things are usable because it's just a scripted base. So if you wanted an ICRPG countdown mini hit point tracker, the base is scripted. So the image doesn't matter. The image has a clear base on it. And then this is my Savage Worlds mini. Now, there's a bit of a trick to getting the Savage Worlds stuff to come. You actually have to change the base, which I have a layer for it. So it's also, I'll put a link to that one as well. My custom one, Control V, import. Now the custom one I have, see, this is supposed to be on the back. Let's see, do I have a components, saved objects? Maybe under my miniatures, printable heroes. Printable heroes might actually be done. No, he's not done. Okay, doesn't matter. I've got artwork that describes that this is for shaken, and it goes around the base. And yeah, but I prefer not to use them anymore. I find that people don't really use them in games, so there's really not much point to having them. Okay, so that's it for the miniature stuff, which is actually pretty sweet. Let's go to this thing down here. We're going to hit clear. We're going to hit clear. We're going to smash the end button. Now that we're here, Tabletop Simulator got some sweet kick-ass updates, which is fantastic. So you can go now to objects, saved objects. Nope, sorry, my bad. Objects and components. And under components custom, you can click on this bad boy right here, and it is called custom PDF. So you click on custom PDF and you can attach any PDF file. So I'm going to browse local files, and I believe that under, I'm probably going to have to quickly find this one. So let's just go to drive through. I'm going to upload my Runehammer games. Where is Runehammer? Runehammer, and then ICRPG Core 2.1.3. So this one. I'm going to select this file, and then it says upload file to Steam Cloud or load from your local disk. Note, local files will not work in multiplayer. So I'm going to upload this to the cloud and then smash the upload. Another cool thing that we got folders. I haven't really screwed around with folders, but we got folders. So I'm going to import this and then check this out. It converts everything into an image list, and here is your complete PDF of ICRPG now available in-game. How freaking kick-ass is that? On one side, you can go to next page. On the other side, you can go back. There is no back. As usual, the Alt button will sort of bring it up on your screen so that you can see what's going on. So there's a next page. There's a previous page. And then up in this top corner, we got pop out to screen. Boom, pop it out to screen. And you now have a little dial over here that you can go through. Let's close this down. There's page 1, 2, 3. Popped it right out to the screen. How sweet is that? And then here's page 216. So you can essentially just skim through, and get to where you want to go. Also, page up and page down will also work, which is cool. So if you know what page you're looking for. Now here's the other thing too. When you go to your PDF page, it only goes up to 99. So if you after a while you're going to start to know, okay, I got to look around page 30, then it's just page up and page down to get where you want to go, right? Like I want to look up equipment. There it is, but that's not quite what I was looking for. There's ancient weapons. So yeah, makes it pretty easy to sort of zoom in, zoom out, and check your stuff out. So that's PDFs. You can now put PDFs directly into your game. How freaking cool is that? So there's one. And then the other thing that we got in the latest update is music. We got some music. So there's a playlist that you can attach. We're going to add some music to it. Audio file name. Let's put in Murder Hobo Show audio. And then the URL for this is going to be, this one's right on my desktop. Twitch channel intro 5-second fade, select. Upload it to the cloud so everybody can hear it. And then as soon as it's done, we're going to add it to the playlist. And then there you go. It's now in the playlist. So as you're playing, if you wanted to put in like Rocky grading door or start adding your own stuff, you can just simply add your own ambiance and stuff like that. Oh yeah. How exciting is that? Suckers on repeat or something like that. Wonder why it's doing that. Oh, maybe there's a bug in the system and I just figured it out. Yeah, it plays it one time. Oops. Tabletop Simulator fail. All right, well, you get the gist of that. So, among other things, music, it better not be just playing continually in the background. What do we got? Among other things, we got Cloud Manager. Cloud Manager now has folders. Somewhere in here is a folder option right there, create folder. This has been so necessary for so long. Inside of Tabletop Simulator, what I like to do now is if we smash the right monitor, is I've opened an Imgur account because Imgur had folders, and you can see that these are all images that I've, card decks and different dice, some stuff for my different tables and whatnot. These are for a game that I'm currently playing, D&D. Here's a NPC pack of characters, so I know where to find stuff when I'm looking at it. And start an Imgur account, create a folder. Here's the images for the One World's maps that I make and stuff like that. So anyways, that's the gist of it. There's some cool new stuff in TTS. Check out the notes for it, and you'll find out all the interesting and cool things they've done, because there is a lot of it. But Paperforge Minis, top notch. Highly recommend it. You can print out paper minis, and not only that, but make virtual in-game table minis too. How freaking sweet is that? So much easier than having to throw this thing in GIMP. Oh man, I'm not on the right one. So much easier than going into GIMP and editing the file to make it look like this. Awesome stuff. All right, peace out.